Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are back for another edition of Good Morning to the Leader in You. Yes, this is Catherine, your host. And let me tell you, we have phenomenal queens that are a part of the segment today. They are business owners. And in a little bit, you are going to meet a buzzing and soon to be entrepreneur. She's starting at a young age, but she's sitting under the tutelage of her mom and grandma. And I tell you, when we see this young lady in the future, we know all the seeds that have been poured into her is just going to manifest. But to kick things off, listen, those that follow the Morning to the Leader in You, you know how we do it. We get our morning pumped. We get it started because you know what? We are all leaders. And for those of you that's plugging in for the very first time, why do we call it Good Morning to the Leader in You? It's because all that goodness is on the inside of you. Yes. Our goal is to pull it out. So we say good morning to the leader in you. We say good morning to the leader that has been lying dormant. We say good morning, even if you don't think you have the capacity. We're here to tell you that you have the capacity to go beyond where you are right now. So let me pause for a second because we have some phenomenal queens that is over a company that is in the Orlando, Florida area, that is movers, that's shakers. They are tearing it up. Let me tell you, I was at an event a couple of weeks ago, and this is how I was able to meet the owner of Sashay Me Boutique. This one we gotta say with a little sass. Let's do it again. Yes. Sashay Me Boutique. Okay, they are in Orlando, specifically 2620 North Hiawassee Road, Suite D6-7 in Orlando, Florida. At this time, I want to introduce to you the owners of Sashay Me Boutique. Welcome.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes, listen. You know what, ladies, queens, tell everybody first your name and why you decided to start your company.
Good morning. My name is Ashley Rouse.
Good morning. My name is Sherry Rouse.
And we are the owners of Sashay Me Boutique.
Yes.
And oh, wait, we forgot our little champion.
Little queen.
Oh, well, where's Queen? Where's she going to come show herself?
Come show your face, the mini us, and say good morning.
Good morning.
It's all right. She's going to come in a little bit. Yeah. It's all right. But listen, I tell you, today is going to be phenomenal.
Yes.
Why is it going to be phenomenal? Because we're about to hear some gems from these two queens and how they started their business and why they started their business. So take it away. Why did you start your company?
Well, first of all, my husband, God instilled the vision in him because I'm a cook, a chef. And God put it in his spirit one day to let me and Ashley know that we need to get into retail.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when Sashay Me Boutique became live.
But how do you come with the name Sashay Me Boutique? I love the flow. How did you come up?
Because we love to dress and be fashionable. And, you know, when you sashay, you have a certain walk about you. Okay. So when you're in sashay, all your inner queens comes out.
What? Wait a minute. Say that again for the queens.
When you in sashay, your inner queen comes out, honey.
Now, inner queen, what is that? For those that's tuning in now or tuning in later, what does inner queen mean?
Inner queen is when you're sure of yourself, whether it's what you wear, of your mind frame. When you know your worth, that's queen to me.
Knowing
your worth, your confidence, that's a queen to me.
What? See, I told y'all we was going to have something firecracking this morning. I tell you, Sashay Me Boutique is in the house. When did you officially start your company?
We opened up February 2nd, 2018, when Sashay Me Boutique came. At the Max Plaza.
At the Max Plaza. So we're talking about maybe what, going on 3 years now?
3 years and 5 months we've been in business.
3 years and 5 months. And you're at the Max Plaza. So for those that's in the Orlando area, kind of give them a visual of what's around you.
It's formerly known as J Mart.
Okay.
And it's right there on the corner of Silver Star and Hiawassee. Where the Wendy's, we read in that
the shopping
area were Roses.
Yes. So in other words, everybody in Orlando, all the queens in Orlando, you got to make your way to Sashay Me Boutique. Listen, what services do you offer? We know you're in the boutique industry. Obviously, it's fashion and clothes. But what kind of an experience can someone expect when they come there? So talk about your services in the experience.
Well, we offer classy, chic. I'm sorry.
There it is. No, you're good.
Chic for women who love fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you at work, you're gonna meet your girlfriend after
Mm-hmm.
work,
Mm-hmm.
church,
Mm-hmm.
or just a night out.
Mm-hmm.
And if Sashay Me Boutique don't have what you desire for that moment,
Mm-hmm.
we will look for you.
So wait a minute, y'all are assisting. It's kind of like sound like fashion styling in a sense where you help to identify the clothing.
Almost like a personal shopping.
Personal
experience.
shopping experience.
Yes.
Talk about this. So if someone says, you know what, I want to come to Sashay Me Boutique, let us visually see what that shopping experience will look like. Kind of take us through a story.
So just say if you come in and you're looking around and you don't necessarily see what you desire, in our store, and hey, I saw something on Instagram or I saw something online, and you show us a picture, we definitely will look for you.
Mm.
So we pretty much take the shopping out of your hands and putting it into ours.
There it is. Listen, this is good morning to the leader in you. Listen, man, we're not trying to leave you out, but listen, this is definitely for the queens this morning, because we're always juggling many things, and we also have to make sure we are dressed appropriately for all of our engagements and everything that we're doing. And Sashay Me Boutique is there for you. Listen, do you have a particular ideal client?
Well, no, we just target every queen that loves fashion,
Mm-hmm.
that want to pull that inner queen out that Ashley mentioned earlier.
Pulling the
And
inner queen.
that's confidence in yourself.
Yes.
Every morning you wake up, when you look at yourself in that mirror,
Mm-hmm.
you want to be confident.
Mm.
So when you put on Sashay Me Boutique garment,
Mm.
you're gonna have that queen.
I mean, I'm feeling your vibe. I'm feeling it. So
and it's not just a business for us.
Mhm.
It's a ministry as well.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of queens that come in that attend the shop. They do shop and buy.
Yeah.
But then within the 15, 20 minutes,
Mm.
I'm hearing a story.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a concern
Mm.
from that queen.
Yeah.
And so it's deeper than shopping
Yeah.
for us.
Right.
Because then we can encourage that queen, motivate that queen if she's going through a bad day,
Mhm.
if she don't think she's good enough.
Yeah.
So it goes beyond shopping with us.
Yeah. Because you really want to connect with the queen that come.
Correct.
Of course, the foundation why you started, it deals with clothes, but it goes beyond that. And you want to make that connection. And sometimes, a lot of times, we all go through things as a woman. We go through different transitions. And I think a lot of times just taking that moment to adorn yourself, or having women such as yourself, when they come in there to say, you know what?
Correct.
They may not even have a clue of what they want to even put on or how they want to style. And I think what the energy that I'm getting from y'all is that you assist with that and you pour into them. And it's not just a boutique, it is a ministry where you're connecting and you're touching their hearts. I tell you. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
We when the queens come in to shop,
Mm-hmm.
and if they don't, as you mentioned, know what to wear, or if they try something on and they come out and ask for our opinion, we're very honest with every queen.
Mm-hmm.
We're not just trying to sell a product, but we're honest.
Mm-hmm.
If it don't fit, if it don't look right, if that color not your complexion, we let you know.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
let you know.
Yeah.
Because when you step out with Sashay Me Boutique on, we want that confidence. We don't want you to look any kind of way because we just made a sale.
Mm.
The representation of
That's
it.
right.
Represent. It's an extension.
It's an extension.
Yes.
So tell us, what are some of your goals? Where do you see your company growing to?
Well, of course, we want to expand.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of our biggest goals, to expand, because
Mm-hmm.
we know that Sashay Me Boutique will be a household name.
Mm. Say it again.
A household name.
Yes.
What? Say it one more time.
Sashay Me Boutique will be a household name.
Yes, that's right. And because like with companies, like if we think of Target, Walmart, it's like a mental picture that pop up, right?
Correct.
Now, when Sashay Me Boutique becomes a household name, what mental picture do you want to pop into people's minds?
Customer service,
Mm-hmm.
the experience that they have with us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We want you to feel like feel like a queen and look like one.
Yes.
We want you to dress to impress.
Mm-hmm.
We want you to wear it well. And if you don't feel as confident,
Mm-hmm.
we will help you with that.
Now talk about that when you say wear it well. Kind of you got to talk about that a little bit, because
when you
sometimes
wear it well, you dress it up with accessories, whether it's the hat, whether it's the earrings,
mm-hmm.
put a belt on with it,
Mm-hmm.
certain shoes.
Yes.
We will help you style all of that. If you need help from head to toe,
We got you, queens.
I tell you, let me tell you. Now we talking fashion now. Now we know in the fashion industry there are trends.
Yes.
We know. I mean, one thing is in this day is out the next. Now talk about y'all perspective about trends in the fashion industry.
Well, we try not to do too much of the trends. Lately we've been seeing a lot of the tie-dye and a lot of the sets. We pretty much try to get things that not everybody is wearing, because we don't want you all to look the same. When you're wearing Sashay, it's a label. It may not be well known now, but it will be.
Because you're speaking already right now. So it's going to be what?
Well known.
And it's going to be turned into a
label.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sashay Me Boutique. Listen, y'all better catch the train right now. I know I'm getting on the train, because see, a lot of times people wait till something blow up. Mm-hmm. You got to get as it's building. So trends. I mean, but have y'all what are y'all perspective where sometimes even in our community, like if people feel that they can't buy a certain amount of item, or they can't spend, I don't know, $700 on a particular shoes, or you know what I'm talking about? People spend a lot of money on one thing. And does that mean you fashionable if you spend all that money? No, what is your thoughts on that?
Fashion is what you make it. Fashion is your own sense of style. And there are a lot of replicas, but there's no Sashay. It's only one. And our pieces are unique. So if someone sees one of you guys out in Sashay, they'll know. They'll know, because we make our brand.
So it's not about dropping thousands of dollars.
No, because you don't have to spend a lot of money to look like $1 million. We do not.
So take a person through, if they had, I don't know, $100. What could they do with Sashay Me Boutique?
You can get a dress. You can get some accessories. My mom makes homemade jewelry. Custom made jewelry.
Yes, we have custom jewelry.
You can get a dress. You can get a romper. It depends where you're going, honestly. If you're going brunch, a cute romper. If you're going out to a wedding, a nice dress. Nice dress. We do midi dresses, long dresses, short dresses. If you're going to church, we also have wrap dresses like I have one now.
Yes, beautiful.
And, it's just all around. We have all around.
Now, when we think about business and we think about community, a lot of times there can be a disconnect. What is your perspective on how your business can make an impact in the community?
And so far, we haven't done any nonprofit or going out, but that's what we want to do now. So if there's any nonprofits that's working on a project or anyone that has a project and they wants us to be a part, please reach out.
Please reach out.
Please reach out to us.
Absolutely.
And we're always willing to help.
Yeah. And so I think that's what's so important, because when we think about business, right, and building an empire, what does that really mean if we didn't reach back out, right? What does that really mean if it wasn't a connection? So the community that you're in right now with your shop, what would you say you may want to do in that community, even though you haven't done it yet? What are some things you would like to do?
We could do back to school event.
Always needed.
We could do, if there an organization out there for women that teaching them how to dress for job interview.
That's needed as well.
Or
that's great.
If they don't have an outfit or can't really afford a very expensive dress for prom, we can help with that. We can help.
And I think those three things you just named are awesome, and we'd love to support y'all also in that efforts as you roll those initiatives out. Now, as we continue with our dialogue, again, for those that's tuning in now or that's going to be tuning in later, you are tuned into Good Morning to the Leader in You. This is Catherine, your host. We have been having a phenomenal conversation, but we have to talk about and drop some words of wisdom. So when you think about tips that you could share, what are some tips that you have learned over the years of building your business, right? 3 years, 3 and 5 months, and let me not leave out the 5 months. 3 and 5 months in. What are some tips you could share with the audience, those that are business owners? Maybe they're just starting out. Maybe they've been in it for as long as you have as well, 3 years, and maybe they feel like it's some turbulent time. What words of wisdom would you share? So if y'all could drop 3 tips, that would be great.
I would say keep God first and do not rush your process. What is for you will be for you. Don't focus on what someone else is doing. Focus on your business.
Correct.
Focus on your business. And to remember your why. Why did you start your business? Or why do you have your idea of starting the business? And remember why not to quit. You know, so picture your business as your baby. You take care of it, you nurture it, and you flourish.
Yeah.
And my encouragement to you is ask you this question: what, when, why, and how for your business. That should be your plan. When are you going to establish that business? How are you going to do it? What you need for it? Who's going to be there for you?
Yes.
Or who you need to assist you into the business?
Yes. And I want you to elaborate on that. And I want to go back to you, sis, real quick. Talk about the process. You said something about the process. Elaborate on that piece, and then I'm gonna come back to you about the specifics.
Okay. And I was saying trust your process, and the reason why you want to trust your process is because your business, your idea is for you. It's not going to be for no one else. And like I say, do not worry about what other people are doing. You may have the same maybe in the same business industry, but your business is not going to be the same as theirs. And if people do not support you, it's okay. That is okay, because you're going to not be for everybody, and everybody is not going to be for you.
That's right. And then as she was talking about the process, you're talking about specifics. Know the what, when, and how, and all that. Break that down.
First of all, what do you want to do? If you don't have the idea, as Ashley say, you don't know what is your passion. You need to know what you want to do.
Yeah.
What gonna drive you.
Yeah.
Then you need to know how. How are you gonna do it? And then who are you gonna do it with? Who do you need to assist you to get to where you need to go?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's a big piece of it, knowing your process and knowing your process is yours and owning that, right? It's not anyone else. But then once you own that, you got to get some specific.
Correct.
You got to know when we go. Let's talk about the when for a second, because we can say all day long we're going to start our business.
That's right.
And until we step out there and do it, it's just in our head.
It's just
right. So take us through your process. You shared that your husband laid on your husband's heart. He then related to you both.
Yes.
What kicked it into gear after he related? Because you had to do something. You had to do some type of action.
Yes.
What was your first step?
I allowed it to go dormant.
Keeping it real. That's right.
I allowed it to go dormant because I wanted to do cooking.
Okay.
I was buying everything I need to cook, all my commercial equipment, because that's what I do full time. So it took about a year. He had to come back to me and be firm. And I knew it was God. But in my head, I'm thinking cooking. So when he gave me that deadline of that Friday, January 2018, I went and moved because I heard the Spirit say move.
Yeah. And I think that's important, because a lot of times we can have the vision to do something, or someone close, such as your husband is close to you and he shared with you, but as you said, it lied dormant for a while. And many that are watching right now, maybe that you can identify with that, or maybe you're just supposed to do it and you just haven't done it. We're here this morning to encourage you that, you know what, no matter what your situation is, and I keep saying that because a lot of times we don't move out because we think we have lack of resources. We feel sometimes inadequate about ourselves. We feel that we may not measure up like the next person. And since you said it, no matter how many other people in the industry, there's no Sashay, me, boutique like yours, right? So it doesn't matter how many others that's in your particular industry, because your handprint is unique. Your handprint. Talk about that being unique as a business owner and standing out. What is your perspective on it? I know we just kind of threw that in there, but what do you think on that?
Being unique is being yourself. And not necessarily following a trend or, trying to be like anyone else, but being you, who God created you to be, which is yourself.
Yes.
And you're not like anyone. Your carbon print is not like anyone else. You have to be you.
Yeah.
And be fearless.
Be fearless.
And I wanted to add on another tip is to create empowering habits. When you have healthy habits, your business will flourish. You will flourish. When you flourish, your business will flourish.
Yeah.
So whether it's create a reminder to do something or stop pushing off doing emails. Send them in a timely manner. Follow up with the client. It could be anything. Create those positive habits so you can continue to flourish in your business.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good tip, because a lot of times when we're building a business, sometimes we can even be so excited to the point we become paralyzed and don't step out, right?
Yeah.
We just caught up into the excitement of everything, but are we executing those habits that you just mentioned? Have we developed those positive habits that's consistent? You said something about following up and following through. What are some habits that you think you developed that is helping your company to grow?
Marketing, because I wasn't big on being on social media, but with the business, you have to be active in order to be seen.
Yes.
So that has helped me a lot. I'm still learning throughout the process. We're still learning.
We learn
every day, and remaining a student, always willing to learn, because there are people that will really help you. The resources.
Yeah.
And also, there's plenty of free resources on the internet. You can look up, read. Like I say, remain a student.
I think that's important. What is your thoughts on remaining a student?
We have to be open minded to receive from others, at the same time be rebuked from others. I think that's the problem with most of us. We don't like to be rebuked when it's something that we think gonna work out, and we go into that source, and that source give us the correct answer that we wasn't looking for. We was looking for someone to sugarcoat it for us. If the finance is not there for what you want, they may give you a lower version where you will be able to pay for it.
To start
your business. And I do want to touch down a little bit on finance. That could keep a lot of people from starting their business to do what they really want. Challenge yourself. What we did. My husband put me on a 1-year challenge because I love going out to eat, buying $100 plates, things that I don't need. And what we did was I live as if I didn't have that money for 1 year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You'll be surprised.
And you saved it for the business?
You saved it for the business.
Okay.
I never got a loan from the bank.
Okay.
I would buy coffee 2 times a day.
I
would go to the 7-Eleven. I would go to Starbucks.
I was about to say, you spending pretty pennies.
You're spending money that you need to save, for the business. And it's up to you. How bad do you want it?
Yeah.
If you want it bad enough, you're going to stop drinking that coffee that you got the coffee at home.
Yeah.
Or going out to eat. I mean, every day I will go out to eat. You times that 7 days a week. Times,
that's a lot of money.
30 days a month. Times 30 times 12. Can you add that up?
That's your startup money.
That's your startup money right there. Put yourself on a budget plan.
So listen. We getting called out to go on a challenge. Now you can create your own challenge, but I really feel in this moment, this is a good space where we all challenge ourselves, myself included. I like that year challenge. Maybe you don't want to do a year. Maybe you want to do 6 months, whatever portion of the challenge you think fits for you, but do a challenge, whatever that may look like for you. Because you brought up a good point. We don't have the money, but I like to say trim back the fat.
Yes.
And if you trim back the fat on unnecessary things, then you have that startup money. Maybe you need 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, whatever business you're starting, whatever that startup cost is. If you look at the areas that you're spending money on, that you can trim back the fat and save. And again, I don't think that a year, honestly, is ridiculous. I mean, the challenge that she was on, and for anybody who's watching now or watching later and you want to do a year challenge, send us an email. Send me an email and I'm going to forward to Sashay Me Boutique.
Yes.
My email is ct@katherinetrotter.com. Let's do that year challenge. Anybody that want to do a year challenge, let's do it together as a community. And this is what I'm really embracing and feeling about Sashay Me Boutique, because they're not only selling fashion, they're challenging us financially to get things in order.
Yes.
Right?
Because that one day is coming. That one day is coming that you want to retire and you want to still be able to eat.
Yeah.
I tell people, because some things we don't need that we purchase, we really don't need.
Wow. I tell you, we started talking about fashion and now we're talking about a challenge. And now we're talking about getting our finances in order so we can level up as a young people. Like I said, we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to take it to the next level. And for those of you that's in the Orlando area and you feel like you need to level up with your fashion, listen, we encourage everyone to go to Sashay Me Boutique. Plug your social media handles.
Yes. So our Instagram is @sashay.me and our Facebook is Sashay Me Boutique.
That's right. And listen, one of the things that I see coming from this, I see Sashay Me Boutique growing. I see Sashay Me Boutique challenging business owners, because that's what you did just now. You put a challenge out.
Yes.
But I love that you was transparent, because sometimes we don't keep it real. How can someone else receive?
That's right.
So by you being transparent, somebody else can see themselves in you and say, you know what, I need to shift too.
Yes.
As we get ready to wind down this segment, what would be any final words that you would like to share with the audience as it relates specifically to Sashay Me Boutique?
Well, come see us for all of your fashion needs. Again, our location is in the Max Plaza at 2620 North Hiawassee Road, Suite D6, Orlando, Florida, 32818. And if you need an email, our sashaymeboutique@gmail.com. And we're always open to talk or text at 407-569-8405.
Yes.
And you're located outside of the Orlando area. We do ship. We ship everywhere.
Talk about that.
We have a website. It's at www.sashaymeboutique.com. So if you cannot make it in the store, we would love to see your face. But if you cannot make it in the store and you're living in another area, please visit our website and we will make sure we connect with you.
Yes.
Because that's what we do at Sashay Me Boutique.
You connect. So for all my family and friends back in the DMV area, listen, you are not left out. We just heard you can go to the website and you can order and it will be shipped directly to you. I think this segment has been interesting because we have so many movable pieces that we discussed today. And I think the biggest thing that I would like to convey as we get ready to wind down is that when you see a business owner, even though they may be in one particular industry, they're not limited to who they are. Because even though y'all are in the fashion industry specifically, right?
Yes.
But the value that you brought to the table today was more. Right?
Yes.
We got tips that we can walk away with, understanding and owning our process. But then moms is like, we got to know the how. We got to step out there and do it. And we can walk away with a challenge. So again, for those that want to challenge themselves and save money for a year, right? Tuck that money to the side. And that way you can have your startup money, or maybe you want to expand. Maybe you've already started, but you need to expand. So you need expansion money. Everybody's not getting those PPP loans.
That's right.
All right. We know that's not happening.
That's right.
So how do we take the power in our own hands? That's what I'm hearing. And being a good steward over what we have. That's what I'm hearing as well. Right. And also what I heard you say is that, because see, you was focusing on the cooking because that was passion and that was your lane, right?
Yes.
And sometimes when we're doing one thing, we're blinded to where maybe we're supposed to flow, right?
Correct.
And so for anybody that's out there and you feel that you just have to stay stuck in a lane, because somebody said, you know what, that's who you are, and they want to make you feel stuck in a box. Now that wasn't your specifics, and your husband wanted you to flow. But sometimes we got people around and say, well, no, that's specifically what you do, and that's all you can do.
That's correct. The negativity. We don't need that.
Yeah, no, and you don't have to just do one thing. It's a story about the talents, right?
Yes.
The 1 to 5 and 10. I might get it twisted, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't hide your talents. Don't put it under no bushel or nothing like that. Flow in who you are authentically right?
Yes.
Because see, we got my lock sister right here, so we vibing and flowing who you are authentically. I know I personally am going to pay a visit to the boutique. Personally, we connected because I was a part of, I attended an event some weeks ago, and at the festival, it was just a beautiful experience. We had so many African American business owners, and this is how I ran into Sashay Me Boutique. And I tell you, I was able to buy some beautiful earrings, and it's just been a blessing to connect with you, and this experience isn't going to stop. For those of you that may need some assistance in strategic planning, send me an email, ct@catherinetrotter.com. Listen, plug your social media handle and website one more time.
So our Instagram is sashay.me. Our Facebook is Sashay Me Boutique. And our website is www.sashaymeboutique.com.
Which will be a household
name.
There it is. We're going to see everybody at the top.